Hello there, I'm the rum.
I'm the wine.
Yes, and we're coming to you actually late after we've just got work, because that's what the topic of today's video is. In our previous video, we mentioned that we both got remote jobs. Well, guess what? We're now in them right now as you speak. But we realised that it was quite a journey to get there. We never expected that, after these years of living in Ireland, that we'd both be working from home for the foreseeable future. So we're going to make a couple of videos that's a little bit of a series of how we got here and also how we're going to adjust to this new lifestyle of living and working fully remotely from this place right here.
So if you're interested in what it's like to work in Ireland, live in Ireland, be remote in Ireland, make sure to subscribe and also check out a backlog of videos because we've done a lot of useful tips for moving to Ireland, and we've actually also been already remote for 2 years. It's just now we're in officially fully remote roles. So we started working remotely like many people did very unexpectedly 2 years ago, and at that time we were living in a very small flat in the city centre of Dublin, just 29 square meters or whatever it is in square feet or what.
Yes, I think it's feet. Use metrics, people.
So very small flat and quite challenging to both be working from a very small living room because that's all what we had.
And now that brings us to our current flat, where after living in, through some of the Irish lockdowns in such a tiny congested space, we realised, no, if we're going to do this, we need more space and to be able to create that separation. So we moved a wee bit more outside of Dublin from the city centre, and we also decided to rent just not a place of one room, but 2 rooms, which the second room would definitely be our legitimate office, so we can easily have our separation between work and play and relaxing. The effect is that when it's not a weekday and we're not working, we have a legitimately different place that we can hang out, cook. I was going to say clean, but clean isn't fun. Cook, hang out, watch movies. And also at the end of the day, I know not everyone would be able to, especially if we're now coming to Ireland, have a place with 2 bedrooms and have somewhere that's perfectly dedicated for this. At least what you should do to create that separation is put the computer away. What we do is that we take the 2 computers at the end of the day, walk over to a nice cupboard and shove it in there. If you don't have a cupboard to shove it in there, at least move it off your dining room table. That should work. Just like many of you, when this whole thing started, we decided to use anything at our disposal.
So what was at our disposal was basically the kitchen table and just an IKEA desk we had already bought from before, and the kitchen chairs, which we very quickly realised were not made to be sat on for 8 hours a day. So first thing we did is we tried to look for more chairs, better chairs, as did everyone else in Dublin at the same time. So obviously the furniture stores pretty much sold out of any proper chairs. What we thought was a genius idea, we tried to order these smaller, shorter bar stools because it looked like some of the expensive chairs that people have in YouTube videos, so we figured that must help with the posture. It did not.
Oh, no. Yep, so when we moved to this place, because we kept those chairs, we were dedicated to the task. We kept those for way too long. When we did move here and realized, hey, we're going to do this dedicated work from home thing, we got ourselves some office chairs, some actual office chairs with some cushions and some wheels that could move about. And our backs are thankful for it. Jokes aside, your posture is very important. If you're going to be working from home, you'll realize that every now and again you start slouching. So having the office chairs is one way to make sure that your posture is a bit better. One of the other things is, the desk setup. This behind me is a kitchen table. It's not good for work. Trust me, it isn't. If you have the space or able to, definitely be able to afford yourself some sort of desk, especially even if it's not something crazy like a standing desk, which, spoiler alert, actually decided to invest in. Julia's company, old company I should say, had given her one, and I decided, let's join in too. I'm going to show you all that in the next video. That's if y'all want an office tour, let us know. But even if you're not going to get a standing desk, one of those, IKEA desks with the adjustable legs, can't remember the name. Yeah, because that's what we had at first, and at a nice adjustment height, that's really helped us to be able to not be slouching over all the time.
Or if you're short like me, be able to actually reach.
Yeah.
So one of the biggest things I missed from the office setup was that I used to have a monitor, because to be honest, the screen quality on my laptop was so bad that I realised I was getting a headache after a few hours of looking at it. So clearly need a monitor to save my eyes and also just be able to get work done.
One of the benefits of the monitor is that it enables us to be able to look straight. Usually you have your laptop screen, it's kind of down there, so you end up arching your neck the entire day. Having a monitor, well adjusted, helps you to look forward and kind of save your neck a little bit. Naturally, there's some conveniences that may come at the office that you don't realize you're missing until you're not in the office. And one of these things is these little tools to make the job a bit easier. Stuff like a mouse. Using the trackpad of your computer, it's cool. There's just something with a mouse that if you decide on which type yourself, it can easily fit in your hand, especially if it's wireless, so you wouldn't have to be worrying about cords. Another thing that could be wireless as well is a keyboard.
So in my case, I really needed a keyboard because I need to, of course, type a lot. But also, I sometimes for work have to use German letters. Yes, the German language has letters that English does not, like U, You can see I haven't been using German in a long time. It's taken me some time to remember. But we also have a weird sharp S. Anyways, it's some extra letters I need on that keyboard or that in different places than with a normal keyboard. And at the office, that's something that tends to be around if you have lots of different language teams. But if you're just switching your computer to using German keyboard, but you still have the same old English keys, it gets very confusing very quickly. So having a German-speaking keyboard was really helpful.
And lastly, I would say, if it's your home office, it should have a sense of comfort and stress relief. This is the thing that was still very much missing in our own setup, because it was just down to business. I remember looking at all these shows in the 90s and you see people in their office cubicles and they'd have pictures of, their family or a dog. It's, 21st century, so you're more likely to see a cat than a dog. But then again, it's Ireland, so you see more dogs.
The convenient thing if you're doing home office in the same home as your family members, you don't need a picture, you just need to look up from your desk and they're there in 3D real life.
So as much as I would recommend just having your significant other or your favourite pet sit on the desk with you, I think that it's...
I'm not trying to sit on your desk, I'm not sure it would support my weight.
You could get instead flowers, something like a plant. You could get something to put on your desk, whether it's some sort of wonderful lighting, lamp, maybe a plant. Plants are big these days and we're thinking about one ourselves. I don't know if it's a real life one or a fake one, because still green, gives ambience, felt the work. But yeah, I really think that what we need to do to the room and in the space is that whenever you need a break, there should be something in your general space that you can be like, let me take a break, let me relax.
Even if it's something random like a puzzle.
So in the end, I would say that this is a relatively simple list that is more full of how to get that same office feeling. There's things that you have in the office into your own space so you can be able to work comfortably. There also are some, more efficient things that you may need that are not the basic stuff, but if you want to see that, there's an office tour coming up.
So make sure to subscribe, also comment in the videos and let us know what kind of things you do for your home office setup or would like to do.
So that's all for now. Let's see you next time. We're tired, so we're gonna go just chill for the night. Yep, we're doing that whole disconnecting thing that you're talking about, so see you later. Bis später.
Bye!